afternoon, Mr. Stylo G.
Big up yourself, man. You don't know. Stylo G, there.
How you doing today?
Good, man, you know. Just traveling around the world. And it's amazing because when music takes you around the world, it's hard work, but it makes you get more experience. And yeah, I'm just gaining more experience. So
Where did you just come from?
I just came from Italy, a place called Lecce or something like that. And we done a headline show with me on Ward 21, so that was crazy. People just go nuts for reggae and dancehall music in Italy.
Was that your first time there?
In that town, I done a festival over there like a year ago. So now I done like a club show. Major Lazer was there the day before, and then I was there yesterday. So it's good, great crowd, great energy.
Do you know what's interesting is that you already are a touring artist.
Yeah, of course.
Touring artist. Usually it's the song has to do the commercial thing
before you start touring.
Yeah.
Dancehall music on the whole is big worldwide, reggae music. But now, like, we are the new generation of reggae, and that's dancehall music. So dancehall is the son of reggae. And the generation growing up now in all these European countries, they're just interested in dancehall and the EDM stuff, the up-tempo stuff. That's why you got people winning like Major Lazer and stuff like that, because people just love the accent, the Jamaican accent, and put the Jamaican accent over a beat that they can just move to, it's a hit. So me touring now is like songs that I've been doing, releasing underground, and they just gravitate into them. And now I'm releasing songs that's going in the charts with my label and stuff. It's just like a bonus. So yeah, it's a lot of work, and we still got loads more to come, like enough more shows. I'm going to countries I can't even pronounce the name. You get me? I don't even get the country right. It's Lecce, L-E-E-C-E or something like that.
But then with that, do you feel that you may have a song that may be a single, but you may do a performance and you'll see a different reaction? So what song may be seen as, okay, let's go for that for charting, but it may have a different response?
Yeah, that happens every day, because most of the songs, if my song don't chart in the UK, it will be a hit in Germany, Italy, or somewhere on most of them parts in the world. So UK is full of, like, it's different cultures in the UK. So you got Asian music, you got all type of music. But when you go to Germany and them places, they just listen to, they just listen to their music or reggae or dancehall. I don't know why, but the circle I'm in, it's really crazy the way how Europe operates. And yeah, it's crazy because the song will be a hardcore song in England, and it won't be a hit in England, but it will be a hit in Europe. It will be a hit in Colombia. So when I'm making a song, when I'm in the studio, I don't just think about trying to make a hit for the UK. I think about trying to make a hit for the world. And that's just, it works, man. You can't limit yourself when you're making music. And it works for me, and that's the reason why I'm touring all over the world now.
Yeah, I was going to say that you actually have a global perspective on music, whereas some people would think on a territory basis within the UK, if we haven't got a top 10 here, top 20 career,
it's dead.
Yeah.
I don't limit myself like that, because I'm coming from Spanish Town, Jamaica, man. I'm coming from the heart of the ghetto, where I'm grateful for whatever is going on. So when I came to the UK, the first thing I saw was grime. In 2000, 2001, I saw garage transform into grime with Soul Solid. So my aim was to try to get into that, and then, you know, I made a little step inside, but then after I step inside, I decided I wanted to do my own thing. I wanted to do my reggae, I wanted to do my dancehall. I wanted to make music that I can feel good in myself with. I can kick back in my bed and just play my music. You know, not just grime, just making the sake of trying to blend in with everyone. Because the first song I done, My Youth, basically that's what I done. I kind of done that to try break into the UK scene, and it worked. But in reality, this is what I love doing. I love singing dancehall music, reggae music, and it works.
Tell me a bit about what was life like for you growing up in Jamaica?
Life growing up in Jamaica is really serious. I went back the other day, and then, you know, I start having flashbacks of when I was growing up in Jamaica. First, growing up in Jamaica, I grew up in the ghetto, a place called Homestead in Spanish Town. we was living in, it's like a big tenement yard. A tenement yard basically is, it's like a big yard, a big land, and everyone got their own house in this big yard. So my granddad, he had his house with my grandma, and then my dad now, he built his little room at the back. My uncle had his room, so me, my dad, and my brother, and my mom was living in this one room. I don't know how we survived, but we did survive. I can remember when, like, we're sleeping on a little bed in the corner, and my mom and dad, they got their own bed, and it's just one room. But growing up in Jamaica on a whole, it's real life. So after growing up in a one-bedroom house, you know, sometimes we have to use like an outside toilet and stuff. You ain't got no toilet inside. Kitchen, you have to be cooking on the stove outside. So that's real life. So when you know, growing up like that, it makes me more appreciate things that I got when I'm in the UK. So when I actually moved to the UK and growing up in, just coming from Jamaica to the UK, my eyes just open up. I'm like, okay, you know, there's civilization somewhere else in the world, because Jamaica is a beautiful country, but financially, Jamaica is not that strong financially. And you have people everywhere, you got ghetto in the world, but the ghetto in Jamaica is really rough, and it will make you. So if you can survive in the ghetto in Jamaica, you can survive anywhere else in the world. So growing up in Jamaica is really hard, really difficult. You know, I could have picked up the gun, I could have picked up the knife, but, you know, instead I picked up the mic. And yeah, I wanted to just move from that one bedroom with me and my family and just move into a mansion. But it don't just happen overnight. And, you know, I'm in the UK now, and that's my aim, just to see my family live a better life and just to can tell the story and share my story, where I'm coming from to where I'm going.
Do you know, I've got friends, quite a few of my friends from Jamaica, and they'll tell me stories of how when they'll go to school, they'll only have one shirt.
Yeah.
Every day they come back.
You have to wash it.
Wash the same shirt.
And then you have to put it to dry for tomorrow.
Yeah. It seems like, but then there's still a level of discipline, because even the schooling system, to my understanding, if you don't pass the year, you just stuck.
Yeah. With Jamaica, it's like Africa, similar. You know, we don't got, but we make use of what we got. And it's one shirt, we wash that shirt and wear it back to school. But the main thing in Jamaica, your mom will do everything, or your dad, to make sure you go to school. Education is like the key in Jamaica because of where they're coming from. You know, your mom don't want you to go through sufferation, so she makes sure you go to school. She's gonna make sure you have on that one shirt or that one shoes when you go in school. So I can remember my mom, no matter what, even sometimes she ain't got no lunch money, she will borrow it from her neighbors to make sure I go to school. And I've seen that with my eyes. And, you know, as a kid growing up, like now when my mom asks me for anything, I could have my last money in my pocket, she will have it, because I've seen what she done to make sure I get that education and to make sure I get where I want in life.
Yeah, that's great, and I think that also shows there's also that level of discipline and also pride. That
Yeah.
You do have that, a little, you still have your head held high.
Yeah, of course. And as I said, man, when I came to the UK first, I'm seeing, like, when you're in Jamaica, you only get one computer class for the week when I'm going to school. So you have one computer class and there's like 5 computers in this big school with thousands of kids. And when you go there, you only use it for like 10 minutes. And that's it. When I came to the UK, I'm seeing kids just on the computer playing games and like, well, whatever, man. I'm like, wow. So, you know, it makes me like, I was just like, I need to start using computer. I need to start learning everything I can learn. I even start learning using camera. I was messing about with everything because in Jamaica I never had the opportunity. So when I came to the UK, I was just like, okay, learn everything. So it just makes you appreciate life more coming from that type of background.
Let's talk about music. At what point did you actually start making music?
I started making music when I learned about that computer. Yeah. Because in Jamaica, you know, you can take the mic, and as a kid, we used to grab mic and DJ with each other and beat the drum and boom, boom. But when we came to the UK, me and my brother, Cody Star, you know, I tell him to go to college, because he was more technical than me. I tell him, yo, go to college, learn engineering. And he went to Sutter College in Bermondsey. And then he just started, every evening he's coming back home with something new. He's like, yo, I learned this program, Cubase, I learned this program, Logix. And at the time I was around JJC Skills. And he's the founder of Big Brothers, 419 Squad, Dibanj, Don Jazzy, all them big stars you see in Africa. He was the one who found them. So Skills was trying to do the African thing after the back of Big Brothers. Big Brothers was big in the charts. So look, me just as a little Jamaican kid just seeing all this fancy stuff, I'm like, wow, I want to be a part of it. So I used to go to Skills studio and I used to watch him. And I started learning how to use Logix. When I just, from Logix, I was just like, yo, yep, this is it. I can record myself. I'm going to learn how to build a beat. I'm going to learn how to portray my voice. Because as an artist, when you start recording yourself, it's a different level. When someone is recording you, it's cool. But once you start learning how to record yourself and how to portray your voice properly, it's a different level. And then, so when I start learning that, my whole entire career changed. Then I just start learning about Logix more. Next minute, I'm recording myself. Next minute, me and my brother, we're making beats. Next minute, we got My Youth, linking up with Feng Shui. Next minute, we made Mi A Yardie. My brother is a producer, he made the beat. Next minute, we got It. So music starts from, as I said, coming from Jamaica and appreciating what I have and just start making use of that. And my dad is a musician, so I know I had it in me to kind of just bring it forward.
So it's not an overnight?
No, it's not an overnight. I've been on stage and where I remember one time when I just came and there was some show in Stratford Rex and I'm like, yeah man, I want to go and I want to perform. And I run up on the stage and people just looking at me like this. Like, who is this guy? Like, they was about to fling buckles off of me and stuff. Like, girls was like this. And I'm like, okay, scene. So it's not just overnight. I've been through the worst and I've been on stage. At one point, I was performing in every venue in the West End. You know, like them little open mic sessions? Yeah. And I used to be at every one of them. There's a song called The Banger. Like I say, yo, in my banger, how much it cost my people is just a wanna. Cruise me, and my girl when named Donna. My banger could start, so I have to use a hanger. When I say my people, my cruising in my banger. How much it cost my people is just a wanna. I know the banger is a car. So I'm explaining about the banger, like every show I go, people going mad. But then it's not a track to record and put, it weren't really like a record. It was just like a track to perform. So off of the back of that, I was building my name, building the Stylo G brand until I just started getting tired of this banger. And I park up the banger. I park up the banger and I'm like, you know, I need to start making music. And after I start making music, you know, I just start finding myself. And it worked, man, you know. It's hard work and it's dedication. Because at one point I was going to go in the army. At one point I was going to go back to Jamaica. You know, I was just getting frustrated. And then I just stayed focused, and the more my brother was learning about it, he was bringing the learning, the teaching to me, and I was just gravitating everything. Right now, you can't tell me nothing on Logix, you know. I type in the computer, bro. You know, so it's all about just believing and just keep going.
The portion you're talking about where you were considering the army, you're going back to Jamaica, roughly what year was that in?
The army kicks in at 2003-04, because at the time I was having like issues with my passport and stuff, and I came home one day and I just see a big army application on my dresser, and my auntie's like, check it out and see if you like anything we see. I look on it and I say, training, army, war, guns. I'm like, nah. I'd rather go back home or just try to do something. It just weren't for me. A couple of my friends, they went in the army. And, you know, they out now because they went in there and they came out and survived. But I could have choose that part because it weren't in me to go in the army and to fight war or whatnot. So I just stick to my music. And by 2005-06, that's when I found My Youth.